Hi, welcome back to the MadTech Education Series. This is MadTech Extras, quick video clips walking you through some of the stuff that we've covered in the various MadTech trainings. Today we're dealing with email mastery, part 1, and I'm going to continue talking about labels. Now, labels in general up under email is basically ways for you to classify or categorize things. Now, some people are good at this, some people are incredibly bad at this. It doesn't matter if you're good or bad at it. What does matter, though, that you start the process to a degree and then come up with labels that you can keep using and that kind of work for you, even if they're not as detailed as other people's labels. So I'm going to first start about considering what I call prioritized labels. I actually call them buckets. So for me, buckets or prioritized labels, and you'll see that I have some labels that have numbers in front of them. 00, I start with 00. Most people would want to start with 01. 00, so today, this week, this month. They're basically time frames on when I need to deal with the email that's in question. And I manually file things there, so there's no automation on that. I'll basically say something like these items, and I'll say to myself, I need to deal with these today, and then I'll go in here, check the today, and check apply. You'll see that the today item label gets there, and now I can just archive these right out of my inbox. They're right there, and I know on my schedule for today I'm going to have a reminder notice around 6 p.m. that has me go back in and check everything that's in today and figure out what I want to deal with it. So that way that becomes almost like my inbox zero. I don't use inbox zero across my own email, but the today bucket is kind of my version of these are the things that need to be taken care of today. At the end of the day, I want this bucket to be empty. And then again, as I said, I have those for this week, and then also for this month, in terms of that. The soonish one is really, it's the reason why I have 11 buckets instead of 10. It basically just becomes a drop area for me about things that I'm interested in, but I'm not quite certain how interested I'm into them, or if I'm going to file them up under a particular project or things like that. If you're someone whose interest gets piqued by a variety of different things, having a soonish box can be kind of helpful. You can basically use that as a rapid file as long as you remember to go back and check it and remove things out of it. Now I'm going to just talk about some work-based classifications that I use. One of my jobs is basically I run a nonprofit called Collaboration for Good. It's my 5th priority on the list just because my time-based priorities are before that, and then the other business I run. And you can see that these items here have like little arrows next to them, and that means that they have nested labels up under them or subclassifications. For me, I create subclassifications based off of communications with individuals, communications with organizations, or organizations that we partner with or collaborate with, and then also some subclassifications for projects that we work on up under that. Now this is a little bit easier to see if we go into the settings area, so I'm going to hit settings and settings again, and then you want to go from general to the labels tabs. I'm already queued up, and you can see the priority items here. I'm going to scroll until we get to the Collaboration for Good one, and then kind of just talk about this a little bit. So the names of here are people that we work with a lot or who work for us. So intern names, partners, things like that. Some of the projects and things that we've worked on end up here, like Lean for Good, the MadTech series. any type of research and things like that. One of the projects that we do, some projects get escalated up, like Madison Nonprofit Day. It is technically a project of collaboration for good, but it has so many of its own subcategories that we need to do that I've escalated up to its own primary bucket area. All of these items can be shown or hidden based off of your individual decisions around this. Like, so if I want to say, we did a GitHub setup for a client, I can actually hide that because those conversations are pretty much done there. I can also hide this one, to former employee, and things like that. And what the hide does is allows the label classification to still be there, so I can search on it. I can actually file things to it if I really want to, but once I've done that and it's saved, basically then it will allow me to go back to my inbox, go to Collab for Good, and those names are gone now. Oh, actually no, it's not. So I didn't save it, but like you can basically hide those things there, and that's a good way to get them out of the menu so that you don't have too much clutter in your menu items there. All right, and so that's going to be it for now. The next step that we're going to go into is having Gmail automatically label things for you. So this is like a small automations, but it will save you a fair amount of time. So that's up next.